now at 5. Taxpayers are footing a hefty bill, and it's all to keep troops on D.C. streets. We'll break down how much you're paying as the cost of this federal takeover continues to climb. Plus, a rare and dangerous parasite has been detected in Maryland. State officials now confirming cases of screwworm, which you need to know to stay safe.
Travel to D.C. could be on the decline. What local tourism leaders say about the impact of a federal law enforcement surge on city streets.
More than 160,000 students here in Montgomery County are returning to school today. I'm Kevon Dupree, and coming up, we'll hear from students, administrators, and parents about how they're feeling on the first day.
And it's a real-life love story. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce now engaged. The sweet details from their proposal.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Breaking now at 5, several people are injured after a deadly crash in Prince George's County. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 5. I'm Mark Hall.
Yes, and I'm Annalisa Gale.
Fire and rescue say the call came in before 4. They responded to a multi-vehicle crash at Sheriff Road and MLK Junior Highway in Seat Pleasant. They say that a 30-year-old woman died on the scene. A child was transported to a nearby hospital in critical condition. 3 others also injured. We have a crew headed to the scene. We'll have an update as we learn more. $1 million, that's how much that you're paying each day that you keep armed federal troops on the streets.
Yeah, that's all according to the Center for a New American Security. This as we reach day 15 of the D.C. takeover of the District Police Department, marking the halfway point of what is initially planned as a month-long federal deployment. Thousands of heavily armed troops remain stationed across the city, guarding federal buildings and patrolling neighborhoods.
Really do have to weigh the benefits of the cost versus what the city's getting. I'm, a resident. I'm seeing videos of people being accosted by the police. I'm seeing now that some of the National Guard members are armed. Who are they supposed to turn those arms on? Are they supposed to turn them on the citizens? And why are we paying for that?
States normally pay their Guard members and then get reimbursed by the federal government. The Pentagon telling the Associated Press this week that it won't know the costs until the mission concludes.
Meantime, the district seen its first homicide in nearly 2 weeks. D.C. police say that a man was shot overnight on Acacia Road in southeast D.C. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Police identified the man as Frank Modimja. Police are asking anyone with information to give them a call.
And hours after that homicide, President Donald Trump now saying he may seek the death penalty in all murder cases in the district. He made that statement during a cabinet meeting today.
Anybody murders something in the Capitol, capital punishment, capital punishment. If somebody kills somebody in the Capitol, Washington, D.C., we're going to be seeking the death penalty.
Ahead at 5:30, DC News Now's Maddie Beertemple has more details on the cabinet meeting.
Well, we're told a person in Maryland is recovering. It's the nation's first reported human case of screwworms.
Yeah, they are mostly found in cattle and wildlife and rarely in people, and it can be deadly in either cases.
And DC News Now's Dave Laval, he joins us from Tacoma Park. Dave, what else do we know about the infected person?
Good evening to you, Mark and Annalisa. What we do know is the Maryland Health Department says the unidentified person has recovered, and there's no indication that other people or animals have come down with it. Reuters reports the unidentified person came down with the flesh-eating larvae August 4th after they returned from a trip to El Salvador. Screwworms are flies whose females lay eggs in wounds on any warm-blooded animal. Once the eggs hatch, hundreds of screwworm larvae use their sharp mouths to burrow through living flesh and eventually kill their host if left untreated. Even though they are not considered contagious, people we spoke to are a bit concerned.
I don't know anything about it, and I don't know whether I've been somewhere where this person in Maryland has been. I live in Maryland, so it would be kind of scary.
And I don't think that we can stress it enough. The Maryland Health Department says The risk to the public and animals right now is very low. However, if you think that you've come down with the screwworms, you're advised to contact your medical care provider immediately. We're live in Tacoma Park, Maryland. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Thank you, Dave. In Virginia, restaurant homeowners facing fines and possible legal action over milkweed growing on her property, according to FFXNow.com. Now, while the wildflower is vital for monarch caterpillars and helps fight invasive spotted lanternflies, it's also toxic to pets. The homeowner says that her neighbor and a real estate investor pushed the HOA to get involved, calling the rules outdated. She argues that milkweed supports biodiversity and reduces pesticides, and exactly the kind of plant residents should be encouraging.
All right, let's take a live look outside at the nation's capital there. It's looking beautiful on this day, on this Tuesday. Another day for kids to be back in school, parents to be excited to send them off. Lots of pictures online.
I mean, I think the kids may want to be outside. I'll give them that. I'll give them that on this beautiful day. But hey, it's just another sign. Yeah, we're back in school, and these more fall-like temperatures, well, they're going to eventually become more common. Now, they are at least common so far this week in the DMV. It's a little unusual to see temperatures this cool to end the month of August. But here's where we started out this morning, barely around 60 degrees in DC of the Chesapeake Bay. Most of us woke up to the 50s, and how about 50 on the dot in Cumberland and Martinsburg? You likely needed a jacket out there around sunrise if you were out and about that early. Now, with plentiful sunshine this afternoon, we have warmed up nicely to a very comfortable point, upper 70s, lower 80s, and we will continue to enjoy the rest of this beautiful day as we head on into the evening. Now, there are certainly a few more clouds in the sky than we had early this morning. That's actually going to help our temperatures, keeping them a little bit higher straight into the overnight hours, still in the 70s out there after that sun sets shortly after 8 p.m. But it looks like we are in for another chilly night. Now, that's 2 days, 2 nights in a row we've been enjoying this cooler overall fall-like setup. Can we keep this rolling through the rest of the week, or will warmth and humidity be returning? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you.
And developing now, a judge has thrown out a Department of Justice's lawsuit against all federal district judges in Maryland. The lawsuit stemmed over the DOJ's claims that the state was slowing down deportation efforts. A federal court in Virginia with an appointee from President Trump dismissed the order. The administration argued that it would interfere with the executive's branch powers and violate various rules. The judge cited the administration chose a, quote, different and more confrontational path.
And this all as Kilmar Abrego Garcia is back in ICE custody as a new legal battle is now brewing over whether the Trump administration's efforts to deport him to Uganda will be successful. It comes a day after Abrego Garcia's check-in with immigration officials ended with him in handcuffs and escorted away by federal agents. DC News Now's Max Marcilla has the latest from Greenbelt.
There's a brief pause in the case of Kilmar Abrego Garcia after a federal judge here in Greenbelt ordered that he stay in detention in Virginia and not be deported. Now, that comes a day after he was detained by ICE. It was also before he was detained the first time we saw Kilmar Abrego Garcia in Maryland and heard from him. He expressed his thanks for the support and encouragement to not lose hope. He was back in Maryland for that ICE check-in after a Tennessee judge released him pre-trial for charges stemming from a human trafficking case, which his attorneys have called vindictive. The judge in Tennessee saying he was not a flight risk or a danger. Those charges were filed by the Trump administration after he was mistakenly deported to El Salvador despite an order barring his removal to the country. The latest effort by the administration is to remove him to Uganda, and it's immediately been fought by his legal team and condemned by Congressman Glenn Ivey.
Apparently their penal system is just horrific over there. So, sending him to that, again, is another layer of punishment that they're trying to put on this guy that hasn't been convicted of anything.
And with Abrego Garcia's deportation at least temporarily paused, his legal team is pushing for a credible fear interview where he can express why he is fearful of being deported to Uganda, his main reason potentially being that Uganda could then just send him back to El Salvador. Meanwhile, for its part, the Trump administration, including DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, saying the American people are safer without Kilmar Abrego Garcia on the street, and they vow to get him out of the country. Reporting in Greenbelt, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
Max, thank you. In Montgomery County, 2 men are in the hospital following a shooting today. Police say it happened after 11 a.m. on Crystal Rock Drive in Germantown. We're told the men have non-life-threatening injuries. Police are still looking for a suspect in that case.
Well, class is back in session in Montgomery County, and today the county public schools kick off the new school year as more than 160,000 students return to the classroom.
Yeah, DC News Now's Kevon Dupree covering Montgomery County for us. He visited a local high school for the first day and has more.
There was a lot of excitement at Northwest High School Tuesday morning for the first day of school. We spoke with MCPS leaders, parents, and students about how they're feeling now that the new school year is officially underway.
The beginning of the school year is all about fresh start. A fresh start for students, for staff, and for our families.
It was all smiles Tuesday morning as students were welcomed back to Northwest High School.
Here at Northwest, the community feel and the sense of community is so strong. Kids come in just with an excitement, and I'm just excited about the day.
We're so excited.
Dr. Thomas Taylor is entering his second year as MCPS superintendent.
We really feel like we're set up for success today and know that this is going to be a really good year.
Northwest High School senior and student body president Peter Boyko is eager to get started. He wants to make his last year a memorable one.
I've made some of my closest friends here at Northwest High School, and I'm just excited to continue building those friendships, continue having spirit at football games or events, and making new friends.
Many parents are also anxious. Montgomery County Council Vice President Will Jawando has 4 children, each attending a different school.
My hope is that they will just explore and that they would just become more of who they are. And that's really what education is about, exploring what you're interested in, learning.
MCPS staff have high hopes for the new year.
Students, we're excited to have you. We can't wait to see what you're going to accomplish this year. Thank you so much for coming to Montgomery County Public Schools.
In Germantown, Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.
All right, Kevon, thank you. As the DMV looks forward to the next generation of Metro Rail cars, we're getting insight into their new design. WMATA unveiled the new paint job for the fleet. CEO Randy Clark says the new design pays homage to Metro's past. You can expect to see 8,000 series rolling out in late 2027.